Okay, so I want to thank everybody involved in the studio tour day. It is one of my favorite days. You get to see the person behind what we hear, and that's what we want. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of my rig. Hold on. There we go. Turn that off. That sounds much better now. That doesn't sound like I'm in a hall. The reverb has been turned off. Okay, so yeah, thanks everybody. One of my favorite days. You get to see who's behind the music, you get to hear them, you get to see them, and you get to see a little bit more of their studio space. Now, I've done a studio tour countless times, and I've done loads of talks and stuff. Oh, damn. And that's how they usually go. Let's just pop this that way a bit. There we go. And stick this in my pocket so that I don't stand on it again. Okay, so I'm just going to do you a very, very quick rundown of what I have. All started with the EMX. Shush now. All started with the EMX 20 years ago. That is my first piece of kit. And she sounds... I mostly do the drums from the EMX. Give that a bit more volume. There you go, that's better. Mostly have the drums coming from the AMX and a couple of different patterns. Like that. She's also got some what's the word I'm looking for here? Hats and stuff come out of it, but they come out of the EMX into the TR8, and the sound comes out of there. I've also got the TR8 sounds in there, so just to add percussion to what's going on the EMX. The EMX also runs through the Sherman filter bank, which sounds like... Oh yeah. Let me just get rid of the rest of this gash going on around the edge. There we go. So that's the Sherman filter bank. And she just adds some harmonics to the kicks. And the EMX is the heart of my kit, and she sends time clock to everything and MIDI notes to the Bass Station 2. The recent addition is the MPC1, so I can now add shuffles along with my hats and stuff. Other various samples. Okay, so the EMX handles the drums and some of the percussion. That's the Sherman filter bank making an absolute noise there. So we'll just turn that off for a minute. So yeah, the EMX handles the drums, a little bit of percussion, the TR8 backs up that percussion, and the MPC1 now does the shuffles and stuff. So I can now get loops into the beast without any issue. I was doing it with the SP555, but it meant I had to sacrifice 2 lines on the EMX to do that, and that was a real pain in the ass. I also tried the 707, but she failed miserably. I can load up 128 breakbeat samples, 4-bar breakbeat samples, and the MPC goes, "You got any more?" I could load 14 4-bar loops up to the 707. She went, "I can't do any more," and that was really, really annoying. I hope the sound is good out there, because I can't really watch the chat as I'm doing this. So yeah, so the MPC backs up the EMX, and the TR8 backs up both of those as well. So Sherman really adds some punch to it. That's a bit loud. Hold on, let me come down a bit. There we go. I suppose next we should talk about the MXs, MX1s. So I've got 2 MX1s. I did have 3 in the rig at one point. This one does all of the percussion, and this one does all of the synth lines. So let's give you some synth lines. Let's give you some synth lines. This is the base station 2, and she goes through a distortion unit, the Torpedo. Oh, that should be patch 11. There we go. This is what the Zoxbox sounds like. This is what the Zoxbox sounds like with a kick. The Zoxbox has got a split line, or some people call it parallel lines, depending on how you want to call it. This goes through the Matthias Soccer distortion pedal. Now we sound good. We got a cat as well. No, Eric, no. Okay. And what else we got here? So the Zoxbox has 2 lines. Next one is the TD3. And she sends MIDI to the MC09. So they're both playing the same line. I did test this audio before and it seemed to be fine. Now it seems to be distorting a lot. There we go again. Stop it. Anyway. So they both play the same line. There, that's more of a TV line. So that's what the MC09 sounds like on her own. But yeah, they're both playing the same line though. And we still have a fucking cat. Eric, go away! Stop it! Go away! We don't have time for Kit Kats at the moment. Okay, so that brings me to the bottom row here, which is all being fed off of the TB03. That's the TB03. This is the TB3. And again, the TB03 sends MIDI to the TB3, so I can control it all via this one. And then an audio line comes out of the TB03 and goes into the VT3, which is a vocal transformer, and a Memory Man delay pedal. The only reason I'm using the VT3 is to get it into one of the Era Link USB ports, because they only support Era Link, which is really fucking annoying. So that's what this sounds like. Whoa, I've created an acid monster. That's it, fall off. Wreck my kit. What is your problem, cat? Go away. I mean, you couldn't make this shit up, could you? You just couldn't. So altogether, those 3 lines sound like this. It can get mental. So that's the original line. And this is why I always say, like, process. That sounds really naive to me. Really, really naive. It's just straight down the middle acid. I mean, it's fine, but it's just straight down the middle acid. Then you add the TB3. And then you had the... Let's put a kick drum behind it. Let's add some percussion from the TR8. Let's add the MPC1. Let's stick the TD3 in over that. Let's add the Zox box. Can't really hear that. Put the base station in. There's a Sherman chuntering away. Let's just turn you off. And then I use the SP555 for long vocal samples. I've no idea what I've loaded in, so... Nothing, obviously. Oh, why is that? There we go. These are actually the samples that I used about 13 years ago when I first got the 555 and put them in.
Mr. 127, go ahead. Yes, sir. I don't know what it was, but it was just over to like a couple of hundred feet of almost, I don't know if it was a rocket or whatever, but it's going to be fast.
And the 555 goes through a mini chaos pad, so let's just rock that up to the BPM it needs to be. Find the FX that I want. Phaser delay, there we go. Put the hold on it.
Mr. 127, go ahead.
sorry if the levels are all over the place. I literally had about 10 minutes before we went on air to do this. So yeah, there's that, there's the Sherman chuntering away. And then last, well, no, actually not last. I have a what is this? It's an ultrograph. So the kicks run through this channel, and I've pulled out the bass a little bit and kicked them up at about 1K, just to give them a little punch. And then this whole MX1 runs through line number 2, and I've just lifted the mids on them because in the past my kicks have been way too big and I haven't had a lot of mid range going on. So yeah, so that's what I did with that. So yeah, the kick, just the kick drum goes through this first line, not the Sherman. The Sherman has its own line here, chuntering away. And then this whole thing goes through this one so that I could just lift the mids a little bit because of my mids were lacking a little bit. So that's what I did with that. And then literally the last thing in the line is, so this MX1 goes into this MX1, and then this MX1 comes out into 3 Chaos pads. Why? I'll show you. So I can scratch hardware. One is set to 1/3 of the BPM, and the other one is MIDI locked to the actual BPM, so you get this kind of sound. And the final one is locked to the BPM as well, so we can do stuff like this. I actually think I've got them in the wrong order. I think this one needs to be after this one, but I did a rewire the other day, and it's been such a long time since I've actually played with the kit that I couldn't remember which way round I had them. So yeah, but there's loads of effects on here. So that's my studio tour, and you put them all together and they kind of sound a little like this. And that's how you do it. Shush, Sherman, shush. Sounds like we've got some... Yep, there we go. So that was my studio tour. Just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what's happened over the past sort of year. Physically, she's gig ready, but she only has 2 tracks in her, and you can tell that my levels are so off. You know, you could barely hear the kick at one point. Okay, so Jesus Christ, 2 hours and 45 minutes. I thought it was only going to be a 2-hour show. Fucking hell, how long have I been talking for? Okay, so I'm off. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you this evening. I'm going to leave you with the Matt Techno Cock remix of Granny's Fanny. And yeah, I'm off to fuck my girlfriend. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening. Join me tomorrow. Oh, wait a sec. I haven't finished. Join me tomorrow for the sample challenge. We kick off at 7:30 again. Hopefully it's going to be a 2-hour show. Not too sure. A lot of people still to get their tracks in. I've still got to do my track. Mine is on Ableton. I may sequence it and put a track in, or I may do it live. I'm unsure at the moment. But yeah. Thank you all for joining me this evening. The studio tour is one of my favourite days because we get to meet everybody and see who they are and what they've got. Synthetic was a massive shock to me. It really, really was. Ron Mark Peters, his studio is fucking absolutely amazing. Really enjoyed the web. They put a lot of humour into their stuff. And yeah, so I'll leave you with Granny's Fannies, as I'm about to... Yeah, well, you don't really need to know that, do you? And I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30.
Okay, now that we're almost good, right? Well, that's, gonna be it from me. This is the last one. And it's a good old favourite of mine and Mark's and everybody's, by the sounds of it, you dirty bastards. And it's a bit of a techno touch on the old Granny's Fannies. So, let's take it away. Granny's Fannies, I love them. Octogenarian folds, Granny's Fannies, ooh, so you can get right inside. It's gotta be over 60. Granny's Fannies, I love them. Octogenarian folds. Granny's Fannies, ooh, so you can get right inside. They've gotta be over 60. You're gifted, you're intelligent, you're lovely, and you're fun. But you're garish, you're an idiot, you're lacking in fluent, and you're flatulent. I wish you would have went down the front as well at the back, I'll tell you that one. I'll tell you that. Granny's Fannies, I love them. Octogenarian folk. Granny's Fannies, ooh, so I can get right inside. It's gotta be over 60. Granny's Fannies, I love them. Get right inside that party.
Might be a bit dry and you might have to spit on it, but yeah. Might be a bit dry and you might have to spit on it, but yeah.